My name is Jimmy.
What's up, you guys? Jimmy here, back at you with another review for Arrow Season 3. And this is the 20th episode, titled The Fallen, which this episode takes place directly after that final scene in last week's episode, which Ra's al Ghul pretty much stabbed and murdered Thea. But she is just barely alive, but she does eventually die, which Ra's offers him and makes him an irresistible offer. He will bring back Thea, but Oliver must accept to become the new head of the demon, the new Ra's al Ghul. So, they're all like, oh, you can't take this deal. But Thea is the only family he has left. He's lost everyone else. So he does accept. Which I have to say, even with her, the death at the time, I have to say, it was kind of getting a little emotional for me. Even though I never thought of Thea as a character I hated or I liked. But this stuff with Thea also reminds me of Batman with Jason Todd. The second Robin, which he was killed by, which was sort of caused by Ra's, but he brought him back to life. And since he was dead, he came back shit crazy. So that's what I was assuming when Thea was brought back. Because that's kind of why you don't bring the dead back to life, because they won't be themselves anymore. Because in a way, Jason kind of was twisted in his mind in a way. But Thea, surprisingly, she was not totally crazy. Which, that was the big shocker. Knowing that stuff about, knowing that storyline from Batman, it was kind of surprising to see within the episode. And the fact that she temporarily had only select memories. Like, she doesn't remember that her mother's dead. She thinks Oliver is dead. So I thought that was kind of weird as a side effect. But, hey, she came back to the world of the living from the dead. And we even got a big moment for Oliver and Felicity, which I know a lot of people have been liking on this relationship. I have to say, it's kind of good that they went now. And even she did not want to let him go, even after her talk with Ross. But in the end, Oliver has to accept it. He has to accept his new life. Otherwise, they would all be dead. So, by the end of the episode, Oliver has his full transformation as his new identity. As heir to the demon. Yeah. And that's pretty much the whole episode. And also we got to see a little bit about on the flashbacks, in China, which they are able to find the bioweapon, but it ends up being destroyed. So, yeah. But overall, this was a very intense episode. I would have to say, before we saw that Flash trailer for the remainder episodes, probably none of us would have ever thought that Oliver would seriously accept the offer to become the new Ra's al Ghul. It's probably, with the final episodes, probably one of the best episodes this season. I'd probably have to say it would be. Because, we only have 3 more episodes. And then we have to have our wait for Season 4, which we don't have to worry about the renewal. So, I guess that's sort of good, but, you know, it's just the wait. It's like, is it time now? Is it time now? What about now? But, like I said, with it being the last few episodes, it's definitely getting very interesting. And I'd say got very interesting ever since seeing that scene with Thea at the end of last week's episode. I think that's when it seriously got super intense. But, you know, definitely looking forward to next week's episode based on that preview, I have to say. But that's pretty much it on my overall thoughts on the episode. Let me know yours down in the comment section below. You can also check out my review for last night's episodes of The Flash and Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. And also, for the next few days, you will be able to see my new reviews for the Netflix show Daredevil. So yeah, you can check all that, and as always, and on, you know, remember, Free Comic Book Day, I'll definitely be doing a haul because that day I have nothing planned. So that's the good thing. But as always, my name is Jimmy, and until next time, bye.